Hello everyone. I will be continuing the Amphoreus story quest. I'm going to be picking up where I left off last time, which was at that one Murmuring Grove place. Let's just get it started. It's locked.
I can't open it. It was probably sealed in order to ward off the black tide.
There's no keyhole in this door.
Yes. Most of the doors on Amphoreus are sealed using the power of Yanis.
We been knew that.
Are you serious? Just a mere door, and your first instinct is to call on the gods?
Excuse me, who are you?
Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear the fog that clouds your vision.
Oh, this is Anaxa, isn't it? My name is Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, and the founder of the New Sporists. Before we go any further, rule number 1, do not call me Anaxa. But that is your given name.
Rule number 2, never interrupt me.
Okay.
Silence is gold.
Bro has a little attitude. Right.
The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the vestiges of a memory. Rather, it is the culmination of the greatness of science and the pure, irrefutable, and undeniable exalted truth. Through the wonders of alchemy, I have shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it in this spot. I have recorded these words so that visitors may learn where their next destination lies. Nothing is impossible. Having said that, alchemy is not omnipotent. Each time you hear from me, an equivalent part of my soul is being consumed as the price. In other words, this voice isn't created out of thin air.
Oh. Is a fragment of your soul?
That's because my precise calculations account for every possibility. I also know that you have already discovered the cause of the calamity at the Grove, the black tide, and that you mistakenly believe that the scholars have been wiped.
Right. You can't be easily that way, easily dealt with.
While the black tide was still approaching the Grove, the sages found a way to evacuate the vast majority of the scholars. They are heading toward the holy city of Akama as we speak. Only a small fraction of the scholars stayed behind with me to defend the Grove. If all goes well, Circe's core flame will reach Akama before long. But since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, you should continue onward to the Luminary Throne, where you may retrieve the core flame. And
Oh, you're just giving it to us? I thought you guys were like protective of it because you don't want to give it up to the Chrysos.
The objective is complete. That is all.
Mister,
I literally
judging from your
hate how
reaction,
Mem talks.
you must have found a useful memory.
Recount what you saw. You didn't see it?
Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at once. I'm sorry. Please give me some time.
To do what? He said his name was Anaxagoras.
You don't have to take that too seriously. For some reason, he's especially particular about his full name.
new sporists and alchemy refer
Professor
to?
Anaxa theorizes that all beings originate from the same source and have a similar composition, which in this case refers to the soul. He calls this theory Nusporism. It is an extremely complicated theory. You should get him to explain it himself if you're interested. Provided that he is still alive.
He should be. I mean, he was able to send us that message. Yeah, and everyone seems to have been evacuated.
Yes,
So
that seems like the only good news so far. We can just focus on retrieving the core flame then.
perhaps Anaxa did not manage to survive.
I do not wish to consider this possibility.
He's alive.
Perhaps they were just unable to transfer the core flame, but managed to escape.
We have to go to the luminary throne. Maybe it used to be like some sort of kingdom.
It is located at the top of the giant tree and is where Circe's core flame is kept. According to Anaxa, the core flame should still be there.
And how do you suppose we
Making
get
our
there?
way there won't be as simple as the professor made it sound.
Of course.
All right.
Just talk normally, damn it.
Right. Let's see whether he left any similar directions for us along the way. Alchemy is truly incredible.
Sounds like the voice of the Titan. It wasn't singing, baby.
No, you didn't imagine it. I heard it as well.
As did I.
I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby. As we are unable to ascertain whether they are friend or foe, we better remain cautious.
This giant root? That's why you're supposed to keep quiet in the library. You keep telling me like a fucking
Found it.
Pokemon. Shut up.
The voice is coming from over there.
It's obvious it came from the root.
No. It seems to be coming from somewhere even further that way. Let's go check it out.
Statue of the White Dryad. A chest. And of course
A
I must
melodious
get it.
sound that soothes the soul.
It's this one. A statue resembling an old man draped in robes. Resembling an old man draped in robes, seated in deep meditation and capable of singing.
Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be able to speak.
Whoa! Who is this?
Such a lively little bunny. You even smell a little familiar.
What a good-looking ghost, right?
What a smooth-talking child. I'll accept your praise.
You're designed like you're a
Who are you?
playable character.
Keep your distance and identify yourself. Otherwise, you'll face the consequences.
The scent of Thanatos. I recognize you. Idonia's renowned goddess of death.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority of death. Answer my question.
Baring your fangs at me. How cute. Just call me Calypso. I greet you on behalf of the 7 sages and the litophagists.
I understand what you're saying, but are you a specter?
Of course not. Just ask the fair lady beside you. She'll definitely know the reason why.
You look
Be
so
careful.
majestic for an NPC.
Even if the head of the Lotophagus has never shown their true identity before, we shouldn't trust this person so easily.
What more could we lose?
The Weft could not detect her presence just now. That would be out of the ordinary if she were truly a phantom body. But if she is someone who has passed on, I should be able to tell. Let me test her.
Do you mind if I join your private conversation?
That would be rather inappropriate for someone who isn't even willing to reveal their real self. Forget it.
Bro's so hostile.
However, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer them truthfully. If you can do so without hesitation, we won't treat you as an enemy for the time being.
A pop quiz? Well, that sparks my interest. Go ahead.
What was the topic for the grand finals of the 752nd Great Debate?
A literal pop quiz.
Is a flying arrow in motion or at rest?
Who was your representative?
Mydei. She went up against Phynon of the New Sporists.
Oh. What?
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate never took place. What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phynon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate wreath. Also, to alleviate your worries, I shall provide you with a piece of information that's more valuable than the Great Debate. Anaxa the New Sporist is still alive. I saved him, and he is now recuperating at the Luminary Throne. So, are you satisfied with my answers?
Okay, but what are you?
This dumbfounded expression of yours is much more adorable and likable than the previous one. As the saying goes, seeing is believing. Why don't you follow me to the throne and take a look for yourself?
I'll keep my eyes on you at all times.
Oh, that's truly an honor.
She does not give 2 ounces of shit about you, Casters. Shut up, man.
As long as we can get the water wheel turning, we'll be able to use it to ascend.
Is this like an elevator?
The solution is to awaken this heart.
It looks more like a root, not a heart. But okay.
Is that the Chamber of Purifying Tears?
You have a good memory.
Why exactly did you bring us
Oh
here?
god, more puzzles. More puzzles.
My intention should be obvious. See that shallow pond over there? Water lilies grow there. Initially, Circes watered them with their tears, while Nestia nurtured them with affectionate love. They are a token of the eternal companionship between the two gods. All the two of you have to do is to cross the deep well and retrieve the golden bough of vows for me.
Mem.
Is this how you're going to test it? Could the deep well be a trap?
You're making it sound so ominous.
We can retrieve it, but I advise you not to waste your time on any schemes.
Oh my. I'm helping you to eliminate your worries and obstacles, and yet I receive nothing in return. Besides, the bow is essential for awakening the heart and drawing water out of the source. If you can't find it this time, we can just remain trapped here for the rest of eternity.
She's got attitude too. She said, if you're not gonna cooperate, then well,
You're
I'm okay
overthinking
with being stuck here
things.
for eternity with
We're
you guys,
all in the
'cause
same boat.
I literally do not give two shits.
Although it would be absurd to say that I have no other motives. Since you've brought it up, I might as well take this chance to explain. I'm simply making use of this opportunity to see what you two are made of. So, is that truthful enough for you? Now is not the time for me to elaborate further. So, please proceed.
Okay.
As a student of Anaxa, equivalent exchange should be something that you are familiar with.
I cannot deny that. Mister, since our interests are aligned right now, it's better for us to do as she says.
Yeah.
Besides,
I
she
intend
knows
to
about
do
my
what she
past.
says.
Even though
You're
I'm
the
not
one who
able
keeps
to
on
elaborate
hesitating
much,
because you're hostile
I can
towards
tell
her.
you that she has reasons to fear me. If you unfortunately turn out to be her ultimate target, please don't worry. I will promptly intervene.
Okay, so you got my back. Thank you.
So this is the Golden Bough of Vows. I hope that the Titan will not take their anger out on us.
So, what we're doing is simply provoking Titans. Don't worry, there are several eons that have my back.
If only they could interfere in the affairs of the Titans.
They can't?
So lustrous and beautiful. It's even more magnificent than before.
Cal!
Understood. My apologies, Pink Bunny.
Is this the legendary Golden Bough of Vows?
We'll know once we test it. we're here. Could you kindly pluck a petal for me and place it into the pool?
Remove a petal from Golden Bow Vows.
Now, can our little goddess perform that again?
Huh?
That being the oath of Nestia's priests.
Right. Got it.
Little
Oh,
goddess.
Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection. Ma'am, Mammy lit up.
Ooh, it's beating. How dazzling.
It's just an ancient promise between the Titan and humans. So, what do you think? It really is the Golden Bow of Vows. And I did not set any traps for you, right?
That is indeed true.
You look like a sad, lost puppy. Even if this is indeed a scheme to get you to lower your guard, you don't have any other choice but to play along, do you?
Oh.
Therefore, why don't we just put everything aside and work together? We can always determine who's right and who's wrong once we overcome this.
Yes, I agree.
I have no qualms with that.
Great. Then, let's ride the water wheel.
Oh, ride it.
However, giving us half-truths is not the right attitude for cooperation. Furthermore, according to the principle of equivalent exchange, since we have passed your so-called trial, isn't it time for you to make your intentions clear to us?
I really can't bear to look at your sad expressions. Although you only cleared a simple trial, I'm willing to make an exception and treat you with sincerity. I'll allow each of you to ask a question. But not the little bunny.
Oh,
So,
it doesn't count.
ask away.
Well, in that case, mister,
She got ignored.
please go ahead.
What is your true identity?
As I've previously mentioned, I'm one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany. If you think that this answer is insufficient, then I'll add to it. I'm the leader of the 7 sages.
So like you're the top dog of the
Well,
7 sages.
It's your turn now, little goddess of death.
My question is, was your previous answer the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
There's no point in making this unnecessarily complicated.
That applies to you as well. However, we do not harbor any hostility. We merely want to avoid any potential harm to us. Lady Calypso, if you want us to work together more effectively, I advise you to answer my question honestly.
All right. I was completely truthful in my response just now. I have not deceived you, nor will I.
That's good.
With all due respect, omitting facts can also be considered deceit.
Is that so? Regardless, I still stand by my previous response.
Then please lead the way. After all, facts speak for themselves. The truth will come to light once we arrive at the Luminary Throne.
All right, all right. I originally thought that you were just a beautiful flower planted in the mortal realm by the hand of shadow. But now, I see you have some prickly thorns, too.
I'll just consider that a compliment.
Indeed. I'm complimenting your charming naivete.
Ooh, she's calling you naive.
Whoa! It's little Gray, little Cass, and the pink puppy!
Lady Trianne, are you alright? Were you hurt?
No, Trianne flew high up into the air so the monsters couldn't reach us.
Did you find Anaxa?
Yup! The spindle that Aggie gave us is so powerful that Trianne seems to have found Nax. He's near the treetop. Even though our perception of him is very weak, it's not like the white dryads from before. But since Trianne was alone and afraid that it might be dangerous, we did not fly there to take a look.
It seems like Lady Trianne did not forget our promise. Anaxa is indeed still alive, and he's at the Luminary Throne right now. It seems like Lady Calypso did not lie regarding this.
Huh? Calypso? Who's that?
She seems to be the head. A kind-hearted and mysterious
Oh, so you
passerby.
received help from a kind-hearted person. But the
Well, I don't know where she
thread
went. She
doesn't
was
seem
just
to
with
be
us a
able
moment
to
ago.
sense the person you're talking about. Mem, 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 mem.
Coming and going without a trace. She's such a strange person.
Actually, Trianne also found this. Could this be related to the
Piece
person
of
you're
fabric,
talking about?
really?
This is a piece of burnt cloth.
Yup! Trianne found it on a branch not long ago. Trianne even used the golden thread to search around and found that the entire grove is giving off a similar aura. Memmy... Memmy mem mem mem... Mem mem memmy mem? Trianne doesn't think so. Because when Trianne picked it up, we didn't see anything at all. And judging by the golden thread, the aura seems to be all around.
Lady Trianne, where is the aura gathered at right now?
It seems to be... Oh! A little higher and a little ahead of us!
The Dome of Devotion.
What?
The golden thread is vibrating more and more violently!
Everyone, let's be even more cautious.
Oh my god, Broga. Are you like... Which way are you lying down? Like on your back or on your chest? I cannot tell. I think he's lying on his back. I know, on his chest. Because he was lying on his back. You didn't... That's very graphic. It's like you broken your bones or something.
There's no one... Hold on. The butterfly of divine mind is gone?
That does look like a butterfly.
That can't be. Was it for fending off the black tide? Or perhaps...
What exactly is this butterfly
Right.
of divine
You keep
mind?
mentioning things that
Is it
we've
a
never
very
even
powerful
heard before.
guardian monster?
No, how should I put it? It's considered a safeguard for the Titan's core flame. This butterfly is created from Nestia's remaining divine mind and bears the responsibility of guarding the core flame. Legend has it that someone can only pass the trial of the butterfly by proving they possess pure and unselfish love within their heart. Only then can they awaken the great tree to open up the path to meet Circes.
But how are we going to prove it? Mem 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 mem.
Sorry, but even I don't know how. After all, this is a secret among secrets that only a select few in the entire grove and even Amphoreus know. Rather than worry about this, Lady Trianne, did the golden thread react to anything around here?
No. That unknown thing seems to be even farther ahead and higher up. Mem.
Perhaps we can try again. Let's see if the butterfly will still react to the golden bough of vows despite having dissipated. If it's indeed the token mentioned in the legends, there should be a reaction.
Take special from the golden bows. Oh. Nothing. I did what I could, but the butterfly didn't even move an inch.
Let me give it a try. Oh, Nestia. With the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection. Lady Trianne, and even Mem? Where have they disappeared to?
Little Gray, little Cass, look over here, quick! Mummy is about to burst into flames!
What?
The voice seems to be coming from the Star Chase atrium.
Bitch, where?
Little Gray, little Cass, it's bad. It's very bad. I'm fine.
Lady Trianne, what exactly happened just now?
Trianne and Memmy were looking around to see if there were any mechanisms nearby. But just as they went to take a closer look at that big piece of amber, they were surrounded.
I see. Let's get a move on. The orbs belonging to Ornyx's priests should be nearby. Hopefully they'll be of some use.
Oh my god, I have to do this fucking puzzle labyrinth again before I'm cooked. Okay, you're being cocky when you couldn't have done this without us saving your ass, because you can't just sit still. You just wanna like roam around, be a fucking burden.
I'm glad that everyone is all right. Speaking of which, this piece of amber is...
A remnant of Nestia's core flame.
What? This?
To get to the throne at the treetop, Gather the embers before you with the golden bough
I knew
of
you were gonna
vows,
pop up.
and present it to the divine butterfly.
Whoa, where did you come from?
You finally appeared, Lady Calypso.
Yes, it's been some time. The battle just now was a true delight, and I feel quite elated. It seems like I'll really be able to rely on all of you to reclaim my true form.
Lady Trienne, how does the golden thread react to her?
Huh. There's no reaction at all.
Obviously. After all, the fragment that you picked up just now is completely unrelated to me. All right. Just do as I say. If you're able to pass the trial, I will tell you everything truthfully.
Another trial.
Mem.
Same.
But we have to go to the treetop to find Nax anyway, right?
I've got a hunch. Come, let's collect the embers and go confront her. According to Calypso, we just have to gather the embers before us with the golden bough of vows.
It seems like you managed to gather the embers. In that case, just offer it to the divine butterfly.
It'll be fine. Let's just do as she says.
Ooh.
It's a success! Path has appeared.
All of you have indeed passed the trial.
The sound of a butterfly's wings.
I'll be back shortly. Of course, our promise still stands. But now, it's time for me to sacrifice myself. If the West Wind ever ends, let that be the place where we reunite. Farewell, my love.
Huh?
Lady Calypso, this is...
It's nothing much. Thank you so much for your help. Now, it's time for me to fulfill my part of the promise.
Well, in that case, I can start. You're actually Circe's, right?
What?
Mem.
Oh,
No
my.
wonder.
The children of humanity have passed the final trial at last. I was wondering when you were planning to expose me. How did you know?
I was
The
wondering. 'cause,
riddle-like
he looks
trials.
way too
Your
majestic to be just the
distrustful yet
leader of the
sincere
sages.
character, referring to Nestia as your
Yeah,
love,
your love. And that gave it away.
and the head of the Lotophagus is actually called Medea and not Calypso.
Since you knew from the start that I was not who I said I was, why did you wait until now to expose me?
Because
Exposing
I
you
did
was
not
not really
believe
our
that Circe
intention,
would
though.
walk this world in a human form. I was also afraid that the Titans were under the control of the Black Tide and would do us harm. Also, to make a claim, one must have evidence. This is the precious knowledge that I acquired during my time at the Grove.
Excellent.
So
To think we were
Circe's
able
and
to gain
Nestia
a
are
new
lovers?
chance at life in the midst of death. Fate truly is a mysterious thing.
Well, shouldn't you also tell us why you went through all the trouble of setting up these riddles?
Because that's kind of like her
the
thing.
reason's quite simple. I needed your help, and just like how you were wary of me, I had to ensure that you were not villains who were trying to get their hands on the core flame. I also had to ascertain that you were capable of dealing with the threat at hand.
Is this threat related to the Black Tide?
Indeed, and it's even more related to that lost item from before. Its owner is a quiet and paranoid hunter who seems to have been reborn from the Black Tide and is attacking along with it. As I could not do anything about him, I split my body up and escaped to avoid harm. I bided my time for a chance to seek assistance. Unfortunately, this was not a sustainable long-term plan.
What you mean is that you hid your own core flame?
Indeed. I split it into 3. I hid one within the Golden Bough of Vows, and sealed another in the amber, along with Nestia's remaining embers. As for the last one, it's currently in Anaxa's body, which is in dire need of repair.
What? Do you mean that you're using such a method?
After all, the scholars of the Grove have always been willing to lay down their lives to defend my core flame. As a respected god, it would be too embarrassing if I were to do nothing and simply watch the children of humanity give up their lives for me. Especially that heretic named Anaxa. He did not even hesitate to tear his soul apart and use it to perform a miracle. He trapped all the creations of the Black Tide within the Grove so that they would not be able to harm others. His way of thinking was so out of the ordinary that I felt it would be a waste for him to meet his demise in the Black Tide. And
So if it weren't for
I
that,
decided to
you would have
save
just
his
left
life.
him to die. Wow.
Of course, this also meant that I was able to conceal myself and remain hidden. Well, that's also an equivalent exchange, right? What a smart little bunny. This way, I'll be able to regain my true form, and you will be able to bring the core flame and your teacher back to Akama. We'll also take down the black-robed swordmaster at the throne, together in one go.
But, Circes, aren't you the reason Titan?
Even if I do not have the authority of strife, I'm still a god. I just need you to buy me some time against the warrior's blade. Once the core flame is reformed, I'll be able to show my hand.
Just leave it to me. Buying time is
Excellent.
my specialty.
Then just continue climbing to reach my throne. Turn the Golden Bough of Vows into firewood to reignite the core flame of reason.
A ahead lies the luminary throne.
So many corpses.
And also, the battlefield that we're about to step onto.
Ma'am.
I'm ready.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Memmy, what's wrong? Ma'am. Ma'am.
What? Bulrush, sand, and blazing sun.
Is this Professor Anaxa?
What?
A day of peaceful repose.
What's going on?
My eyes can no longer see.
You blind?
No matter. All I have to do is to place this body at the core of the array.
So you guys were actually struggling against the Black Tide attack.
Die with me, Titan.
What is that? Who is that? It's probably like the leader of the Black Tides or something. Looks ominous. I like the black robe though.
Ma'am.
Cersei's was right. He's indeed here.
Oh. And who is that?
Who is this black-robed guy? Ma'am.
What the fuck does that mean? Carnage, death, and destruction. Is that a wand?
Everyone, brace yourself. This must be the hunter reborn from the Black Tide that Cersei's was talking about.
Also, where did Cersei's
The
go?
black
Oh yeah,
sword
she
and
was
cloak.
gonna like sacrifice herself.
The owner of the piece of cloth. The north wind that sent over the deathly fog of Thanatos.
You're not demigods.
Yeah, we're not.
Stand down or die.
Run! Ma'am.
We need backup. Don't worry, I'll protect everyone. We need backup.
Trian will also protect everyone!
Summon your dragon, Casterus.
Trian is brave!
Mister. Only this time, may death protect us. Be careful.
One slash. Two slashes.
Oh my god.
Three slashes. Are enough.
Who are you? Your voice
exactly are
sounds kind
you?
of familiar though. How are we supposed to do with me, Casterus, and Trinity? Oh god, you just one shot.
Or maybe I'll take it.
Offer your souls to the fire.
Not good.
Be reduced.
Oh my god.
In that case,
Can't be killed in a single blow.
You are indeed no ordinary human.
Is that Cersei's possessing Anaxa?
How annoying. Children of humanity.
Don't waver now.
Let's just... Since the ambush failed, it'll be difficult to find another opportunity. What a pity.
Professor Anaxa?
For the Master Stroke.
No,
Yeah,
it's Cersei's.
they're fusing together.
Ma'am!
Watch over you and guide you on your path. Serenity is before me.
Conflict is pitiless.
Head your
It's
meds.
much, you know, softer now.
Is that it?
I'm about to be overwhelmed.
Fighting is so much more tiring than thinking.
Show no mercy.
Look out, everyone!
Damn! I thought we got it.
Century Gate,
Oh, he's being sucked in. Oh shit. She opened the sentry gate and she just said like that alone just takes all the energy out of her. Where did she banish her to though?
That was a close call. Thank goodness that we returned to Akama unharmed.
I never want to leave the holy city. Nah, I'm good.
Little Cass, my head
I thought you were gonna die.
still hurts.
Yeah, get some rest. You literally saved
Sorry.
our butts. But like,
I know
where did
you
you teleport him to though?
told me not to open the gate.
I mean, we left.
Please don't
You had
blame
no
yourself, Lady
choice.
Trian. If it weren't for you,
Yeah,
we
we
would
would
have
have
already met our
been
end at the
eliminated,
Grove.
bro.
I feel awful. I need to go back to get some rest.
Lady Trian, you haven't been well since you woke up. Are you sure you can make it back on your own?
All this noise and commotion. Akama hasn't changed a bit, has it?
Are you Professor Anaxa?
There's no need for doubt. The Titan no longer speaks. It is I, Anaxagoras of the Newsporists.
Indeed. You are the only one who would refer to yourself like that. Professor,
He's
let
got
me
no
be frank.
comeback for that.
The mission Lady Aglaya entrusted us is to search for survivors, uncover the truth about the disaster at the Grove, and retrieve the core flame of Cersei's.
That does not surprise me. And now, I'm a survivor who witnessed the entirety of the disaster, as well as the defenseless bearer of a core flame. Are you going to bring me to Aglaya to fulfill your duty?
That is indeed my duty, but I prefer not to present you to her as a captive or spoil of battle.
Fine. There's no need to make your life difficult. I'm not against meeting that woman. But
That woman.
I have some things to take care of first. The families of some of my fellow Grove Scholars live in the Holy City. Before we meet Aglaya,
Of course, the side
I want to
quest,
visit
the errands. Why do you have to do it before meeting Aglaya
Because
though?
Lady Aglaya will probably be against it.
let me guess. That woman will not only prevent me from visiting the families of the deceased, but will also suppress any information about the Grove. She's always been that cold-hearted.
My fellows at the Grove gave their lives defending the core flame and fighting the Black Tide alongside me. Their families deserve to know the truth.
You intend to do it without her knowledge.
Do you really think that woman would treat me well, even if I behaved and proved my loyalty? I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more anger on her face.
Ooh, they
Are you going
not
to
on
stop
good
me,
terms.
Castorus?
I will accompany you, but please understand that Lady Aglaya has her own considerations.
You truly have the makings of a fine scholar, putting yourself in other people's shoes like that.
Her skirt
Let's
design
go.
is so pretty.
I won't go
It's like the
overboard.
wings of the butterfly. I mean, that's the...
That is it. That's all the colleagues' families that I remember.
Those who sacrifice their lives and their families are truly admirable.
Good work, Mr. and Professor Anaxa.
Let's go. Take me to see Aglaya.
All right. I'll lead the way.
Miss Castorus, my lord, you're back.
Where's
Hello.
Aglaya?
We have an important matter to discuss with Lady Aglaya. May we trouble you to inform her of our presence?
My apologies, Miss Castorus. Lady Aglaya has just informed me that she has no time to receive anyone at the moment.
That's weird.
That's just great. She refuses to even see me. Answer me this, friend. Did Aglaya order you to take me directly to prison?
Who are you?
Please don't jest. It's possible that she really is busy. Let's wait here a moment, and I'll try to contact her using the slate.
Using the slate, you mean text her. To Trailblazer and Company. Of the Grove's circumstances, we are now fully cognizant, and for thy most diligent efforts, we harbor the deepest gratitude. Indeed, no words could adequately convey the depth of our appreciation. Alas, the holy city presently faces sundry complications and manifold duties command our attention, precluding us from extending proper welcome. For this oversight, we express sincere regret. Furthermore, following thy arduous voyage, rest must be prioritized. The particulars of recent events shall be deliberated upon the morrow. So it is written. Bro, you writing literature? Why are you a waxing poetic? The elegant style must be the garment maker's. Dear garment maker, please inform Lady Aglaya thus. Message received. We will take our rest today. We send her our regards. Very well.
It's fortunate we don't have to confront that woman while I'm hauling around this sick body. Castorus, and this friend I haven't gotten the chance to know, I'll take my leave for today. That Titan made a myriad of adjustments on their own. My head still aches from that. I don't want to stay a second longer in this noisy city if I can.
Please be careful. Akama isn't the Grove. This place...
is covered by her golden threads. I know. That woman is extremely confident I won't escape her grasp. Don't worry. As I said before, I'll mind my behavior.
Bro's so good looking, goddamn.
Mister,
I can't even
so
lie.
many unexpected things happened on our journey to the Grove. We truly had no intention of putting you in danger, let alone face the Black Tide head on.
Okay. trouble is my old friend by now, Casteris. But like, yeah, as long as we made it out alive. So much for the Black Tide.
The Black Tide is not just an enemy of Akama, but all of Amphoreus. Even back when the forces of strife coveted the Holy City, their warriors still undeniably halted the Black Tide outside Castrum Kremnos. Negador's core flame now sits vacant, and the Black Tide has returned. Grove is an academic city with the best understanding of the Black Tide. It shouldn't have fallen so easily, and yet it was taken overnight, leaving the city in blood and tears, haunted by the spirits of departed heroes.
They were probably like attacked.
The trial of strife is imminent.
And
I
like
pray Mydei will be able to steel his resolve soon.
It doesn't have much warriors in it because like it's all just a place full of scholars. So yeah, their combat capability would be like, you know, not as good as the people that live in Akima, that consists of people from Castrum Kremnos. Like they're full-on warriors, but like they're scholars. So yeah, no wonder they got wiped out so easily. Shits. As for that black-robed swordmaster,
Lady Treeby once traveled across thousands of cities in Amphoreus to repel the Black Tide. But even they have no recollection of this powerful enemy in all their journeys. Perhaps the fall of strife has triggered even more terrifying events in unseen places. As for me, I detected a strong stench of death from that entity, but it wasn't because it had a connection with Thanatos. I'm afraid it's purely because it has sent countless others to their deaths. Speaking of Thanatos, Mister, there is something else I wish to verify with you. You must have an idea of the curse I bear by now. I was born as the shadow of death, a poison shunned by all living beings. Yet when you caught me in the grove,
you're blushing.
I'm curious why you weren't affected by my power, Mister.
I'm used to it. I'm just special like that. A cocky ass response. Now that you mention it, I think the same thing happened in the vortex.
My apologies for the abrupt question. For all my life, I've always wondered, what is my connection to death? And why am I inextricably linked to Thanatos? Mister, you must be tired after being on the move these past few days. Please set aside the tragedy at the Grove for now, and rest for the day.
Oh, looks like he's been well. He's just been here all along. Long time no see. I've heard about what happened from Finon. You've been through a lot. I miss you so much, my dearest friend. It seems you took things pretty hard. What were you doing while I was gone? I was organizing logs. I also asked Hyacinth for some research material from the Grove. I discovered something interesting. Do you remember that Amphoreus' sky was sealed away by a titan? Acula's presence keeps this world isolated from the rest of the world beyond the sky. It seems Hyacinth's ancestors were the sky priests who worshipped Acula. Perhaps she can give us more clues to find our way back to the Astral Express. Nothing out of the ordinary happened in the Holy City in the past few days. I didn't have the thought to talk to anyone either. It was kind of nice spending time alone. Rose is such an introvert. real. Awful. I should have stayed and organized documents with you. I'm afraid you'd probably find a task organizing just as awful. You look tired. You should get some sleep before we set off tomorrow. Read me a bedtime story, Danhung. Oh, by the way, I heard some rumors. If you're going to wander around, I suggest avoiding the hot bath. Excuse me?
Trian?
What's wrong? Is there trouble at the Grove?
Yes, I sensed something. It was fleeting, but very strong. It feels like they're in some big trouble. Trian used the Century Gate again.
Can you see what's actually happening?
No, it's fuzzy like always. But the enemy's aura has disappeared. Maybe they've moved to a safe place?
They got teleported away. It's still at large.
Let's hope that it's just a false alarm.
It's not.
We should place our trust in him and Castorus, teacher. They will keep Trian safe.
Peggy, you're talking like we are little kids. One day, Trian will reach her limit, and Trebi will take on the role of gatekeeper from her. We are all aware of that.
By reach her limit, like you mean she's gonna die?
I am just a little concerned about her state of mind. Trian was already unable to speak, even in short sentences when they left. We want to say a proper goodbye at the very least.
I will pray with you.
Thanks. And Aggie, it looks like we will need you to come with us to the baths this time to unwind. It feels like neither of us have laughed for a long while. It's time to head out with the west wind!
What?
What happened here?
Watch out! Watch out! For the Kremnoan!
Kremnoan? This is their doing?
Aggie, now's not the time to dwell on that. Let's help the injured people first.
Excuse me! Coming through! Oh, you two are here as well. That's a relief.
Even the Twilight Courtyard is involved? What in the world happened here?
I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I got here, I saw all these people lying on the ground. I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill. It feels like they've just spent too much time in the hot water.
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam? Where is the manager of the baths?
He disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to. Some people have been saying that the Kremnoans are behind this. Lady Aglaya, what do you think about this?
Let these people rest. The two of you, please come with me.
Have you thought of something, Aggie?
Yes. While their intentions elude me, it's time to bring this fast to a close.
To a close. This fast to a close.
What's going on?
What the fuck are you guys doing?
This is all you can do, huh? Pitiable deliverer.
What in the fuck? Finon is passed out.
Snowy! Even Snowy!
The culprit is Mydei.
Fuck.
What did you do to everybody?
There's steam all over the place.
It's just another duel where I claimed victory.
Duel?
As I expected. On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City, but they're still impulsive youths at heart. Speak up, Mydei. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finan indulged in this time.
some time ago. What the? How's your recovery? He's thinking of the ways to interact with Finon. How's your recovery coming along, my friend? Winning and losing are all part of warrior's life. Don't let it get to you. Why don't you take a bath to recharge, buddy?
No, none of
He
those
is.
sound right.
He's thinking of ways to say to Finon. If you're up for it, let's have a talk. Want to grab a drink with me, pal? Keep your chin up. You have the greater things to achieve.
Forget it.
Deep inside, he's just a softie. Bruh, I see you're still alive and kicking,
Am
Deliverer.
I seeing things? Is the magnificent Deliverer finally deigning to step outside? What kind of response is that?
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response. I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long since I pulled you out of the trial.
I didn't forget.
Then, you're welcome.
In twilight's last gleam, Makima stands bold. Her walls sturdy, tales untold. Dreaming of her fruitful gardens, pilgrims arrive from distant lands. Figs and olives, so grand. Yet little do they know that they will step into flames, fuel to the fire, a burning brand.
Why are we suddenly speaking
What are
in
you playing at
poems?
this time?
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the Crown Prince of Kremnos knows how to appreciate poetry, right?
I don't think so.
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak literature. But my library doesn't lack collections of this kind.
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home, just as Akama is distant from many people's homes.
I know how to interpret poetry, Haikis.
There's no point in pretending to be profound, my friend. Thank you for helping me out when I was in a tight spot, but it seems to me that you aren't prepared for the trial either.
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't ascend to godhood on my own without first resolving their issues.
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Mydei, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos, wish to defy tradition that has endured among your people for millennia?
I'm still thinking about what I should do.
Never mind. It's probably not my place to offer you counsel. An idea does strike me, though.
Go ahead. Let's see what terrible ideas you've come up with this time.
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. Come, Mydei, let's recommence our previous competition. This time, we'll see who can stay in the super hot bath for longer. What? Are you chickening out?
The phrase chickening out does not exist in the Kremnoan language.
Oh my god.
I just find this situation absurd. That's all. All-knowing historian, are you not aware that we Kremnoans use boiling water from sword forging for our baths? Looks like I'll have to teach you some royal etiquette today.
You guys are just gonna bathe together.
And
Stop making
thus,
excuses.
An unprecedented sauna battle commences! With unparalleled resolve, the two warriors' determination even alters the very hue of the steam. Flames intertwine with scalding vapor, reaching toward the heavens, shrouding the sky and the sun. The spectacle is so magnificent that none dare gaze upon it directly. Since we can't see what's happening in the competition, why don't I regale you with a tale of kings to pass the time?
I wanna see.
Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion mentioned by a certain veteran? The central figure, the main character,
God.
was not the sole sovereign of that land. An oryx stood as its formidable rival. Long before the dawn of Erechrysia, the two beasts started their timeless battle on the plains of Tritos. The lion regarded the oryx as its food, while the oryx perceived the lion as a scornful, oppressive, and challenging barrier that it swore to topple with its antlers. For tens of thousands of years, without respite, the two creatures thus continued their relentless pursuit and rivalry. It fixated on its rival's
that flap?
fleeing form in the chase.
Flopping sound.
It set its sights on the other's neck, nearly within reach. It was stuck in a corner.
What are they doing?
It had nowhere to escape. On the land of Amphoreus, some lives meet their end at dusk, some at dawn, and yet others are
Okay, no,
fated
it doesn't
to
sound like a
perish under the
flopping sound. It sounds like
blistering
water
sun
droplets.
at noon. And at last, the most scorching moment of the
Fucking
day
bat part is so
descended
annoying.
upon them.
Shut up!
The formidable hand of fate heeded their call and arrived!
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
You guys are bathing with your clothes on.
What? You're chickening out already?
What the
Get
fuck
lost.
is wrong with you two?
Are you asking me to get lost, or...
Do whatever you want.
Oh, please forgive my presumptuousness, my lords.
Stop interrupting them. They're trying to have their bro time.
What a spectacle of folly.
This is what you get for daring to challenge a Kremnoan without understanding your own place.
What I'm saying is, your little game dragged down quite a few innocent souls alongside you.
We will personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our formidable presence.
This isn't fair. You're wearing way less than I am.
Why weren't you shirtless in the
This
first
the latest
place?
trend now? Getting into the
Yeah.
baths while dressed
Fucking
in full
idiot.
armor.
Don't look at me like that. It was he who challenged me. There is no word for flee in the Kremnoan
You
language.
keep saying Kremnoan language. Shut the fuck
Very
up.
well. Let us bring this farce to a close, shall we?
A
Warriors,
close.
it's time to get moving.
Get them in line. Aglaya. Bro, even that, they're trying to fucking compete.
Alas, the flame chase journey is destined to be a lengthy one, replete with obstacles.
But thanks to those two, all the gloom has vanished into thin air. Oh, we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Marmoreal Palace this serene. Shall we continue with our previous plans? Hyacinth, would you care to join us?
Such an empty bath is indeed a rare sight.
They were just in
I
there.
was looking forward to unwinding after work. I'd be delighted to accept your invitation, Lady Treevee.
How about we go to the biggest bath?
What the fuck? Take a bath.
Let me check. The water temperature feels just perfect.
So, how is the feeling of having the entire bath to yourselves?
It's so good.
But, Lady Treevee, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us?
She kind of is.
We
She's
will
just
have
dipping
to
her
pass.
toes.
After all, we've become children.
What the fuck has that
Please
to do with
understand
anything?
that she can no longer endure the heat of this
Oh.
pool due to the blessings of Yanis.
Oh.
Oh,
Are you curious about us, Hyacinth?
I am, but something tells me that it might be better to change the topic.
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't discuss. The truth is, a long, long time ago, we were a mature adult just like Aggie. Then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis's divinity and gained the power of passage. And in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Treevee and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in body and mind.
Oh shit.
We don't know what awaits us at the end either, but anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
In that case, when you opened that giant sentry gate above Akama during the battle against Nikador,
Oh, that was also a sentry gate.
Well, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase journey won't be
I
a
thought it was
smooth
a
ride.
shield. It was a sentry gate.
maybe we can find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Noosporists is the soul. We explore its depletion and methods to restore dispersed souls. As long as research continues, there might be a breakthrough that can help. We will do everything we can.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. You're indeed an Access student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacinth.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Lady Treevee,
What the
what's
fuck?
wrong?
Something's off. It's that strong feeling again. Is it Trian? Wait, no. It's not Trian this time. It's Trinan. Trinan is a danger.
Oh my god. We barely had time to fucking relax and not...
I win this round of escorting the bathers home.
How does one contender alone make a valid competition?
Offering a compliment or two wouldn't be the end of you, you know.
Haikas.
What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena. By the way, you emphasize the completely wrong syllable.
Oh my god, bro, get me
Though we've
to
been
get
acquainted
a
for some
room.
time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremnos.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine, but when it comes to writing...
You can't write for shit, can't you?
You can write?
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
Why are you guys
That was in
acting like
jest.
children all of a
I
sudden?
understand. After all, you spent all your childhood wandering
Yeah.
far from home.
He got thrown into the fucking
Worry
ocean
about
as a
yourself
fucking
first,
infant.
Deliverer. You also never mention your hometown, apart from when you need to introduce yourself.
Bro wants to get to know you more, Painan.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Mydei's Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flames of war. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams, and in the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes, I saw it all. Mydei's Elysiae ablaze with everyone. My family, friends, and my kin, lying in a sea of flames. A blood-red half-sun hung in the sky, just like on that day. And before my eyes, that murderer killed Cyrene. But I saw its form this time.
Oh, so they're
A
not the
black
same
cloak,
person.
an
Okay, I
eerie
was
mask,
suspecting that they
and
were
a
the same
broken
person, but
giant
no.
sword that carried an ominous aura. I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this time, I still couldn't defeat it.
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that trial.
That's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Mydei.
You finally picked up some manners.
Just accept
Better
the
late than
damn
never.
gratitude, dude.
Then what about you, Mydei? What did you see in that trial? What do you fear?
Open up.
There is no
It's
word
only
for
fair.
fear in the Kremnoan language.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at
Yeah,
all.
because he keeps saying that.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as... my old comrades.
There we go. Open up to each
Hephaestion.
other. Deepen your relationship.
Perdiccas. Ionius. Ptolemy. And Possesta. Ever since I returned from the Sea of Souls, these five have been by my side. We faced life and death together during our days in exile. Those 10 years were arduous, yet filled with moments worth treasuring. Each night, we would gather by the campfire, savoring honey brews and singing our hearts out. The wind in the wilds of Amphoreus smelled like rust.
Is that
Hephaestion
Mydei?
would always tease
With
me
the
about adding goat milk to the
goblet?
honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink. He had a scrawny figure, but was a relentless force on the battlefield, dispatching foes without so much as a blink. Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Ionius was a swift runner and our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library. And then there was Possesta.
They were
He
all
was the
men.
silent type, but a truly masterful musician.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these 5. And their names.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma. Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Ladon in the 2nd month of cultivation. In the end, his remedies mended all but himself.
Mydei, do not mourn. I have achieved honor by bestowing a noble death upon the enemy.
Leonius died in the 5th winter.
Oh.
Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3
Where's
full
the
months.
guy with the
On the night of the fiercest storm, our foes launched their
science
assault.
cup? One of those science cups?
Idonia.
Looks like that.
Is that the city Castorus used to live in?
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death, but they lacked respect for honor. They cornered us in a bottomless swamp. Leonius covered for our retreat.
Oh my god.
They cut his legs off. He vanished into the mire of a foreign land.
What
His
the
body
fuck
never
is
to
with
be
these
recovered.
It's very graphic.
This is perfect.
It's good.
Mydei, I can finally deliver the news of you ascending the throne to the Netherrealm.
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, the rebels refused to surrender and set up an ambush within the city. Ptolemy and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Those obelisks that collapsed after being set on fire became their final resting place.
Mydei, please tell my family. It was not cunning schemes that vanquished Ptolemy, but the immense weight of Amphoreus' entire history.
Then, it was Possesta. He lured the enemies into the city of Aenionis with his melodies, buying us invaluable time. Our enemies, consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire. His final words were recorded on a small clay tablet, fractured by the flames.
Mydei, don the crown.
And at last, my most trusted friend, Hephaestion. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But a sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father. He hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnoan dying on a sickbed. I would be a laughingstock to everyone.
Hephaestion, my dear friend, spare your strength. I'll go get a physician.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here, he couldn't stop destiny from taking me away.
No! None can take you away.
Mydei, our king.
Yes.
Do
king.
not shed tears
Shut
for me.
up, this is the time to make jokes.
It's not
like that.
befitting of your status.
I'm sorry.
Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
What a grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
My father threw me into the sea of souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on his head. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there. Against the dissent of many, Crateros included, I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akama. But I know that their glory will never be doused out. The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nikador, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So, you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
I don't know. But I have never been crowned. And those 5 were never endowed with any titles. None is aware of their glory.
You are.
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe you could seek counsel from more people, such as the Grand Craftsman. Cartonis' people seem to have been through comparable dilemmas. And that teacher of yours, Crateros?
Dee, we've got a big problem! Big problem!
Lady Tribby, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trinan! She got abducted by Crateros!
What? Mydei's teacher?
Crateros! What's going on?
Mydei. It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerabilities first.
Aglaya, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis.
You did that to a
He
fucking
then brazenly
demigod.
stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
You tried to be the
Is she telling the truth?
What the fuck?
Why did you do that?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate.
Oh nah,
If
you
want to
deserve
run away
to
from
die.
your destiny to become king, then keep running. Someone will eventually stand up and fill in the gap
You think
left
it's gonna
by
be you,
strife.
dude?
Then they will lead our people home.
Age has blinded you, teacher. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
Crateros, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy?
You're not even a Chrysos heir.
Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaya? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac.
Oh.
The prophecy of Genesis and the flame chase journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
No.
Silence, Crateros. Do you even know what you're saying?
Are you defending this woman, Mydei? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? How many cities fell in the past millennium? Their people massacring each other. Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
Yeah. It's not gonna be the same as the past glory.
Are
of
you done
Tesher-
talking?
Ooh.
By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, Those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. I am allowed to pass judgment alone. Crateros, your actions are unforgivable. I hereby sentence you.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal! Someone has to resolve this conflict between the cities. Lord Crateros did not use violence to harm us. We can sense that his anxiety stems from his
He only cares
for
about his
future.
people.
Please,
Fucking
Aglaya,
selfish.
hear us out first.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Crateros. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy that we neglected those of you not favored by its message. Your accusations were harsh, but justified. We wish to earn your trust and those of the Kremnoans. I think the best way to do that is to take you to witness the source of the prophecy for yourself.
How are you going to show me something that has no form?
You are
You've
literally...
heard about that Outlander, right? He has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past. We will ask for his aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanissopolis, we will show you everything from that distant memory, Crateros.
A fair proposal. I accept.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom. That is my one condition, and I will brook no argument.
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's
No one
prisoner.
gives a fuck if you've
Do
been
as you
through that,
please,
been there, done that,
demigod.
bitch. Shut the fuck up, you old fucking wrinkly bitch.
Why did you do this?
Forgive me, young master. But I just cannot wait any longer. Ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos.
They're so obsessed with
We
their
placed
ways,
all of our
bro.
hopes in you, but never received an answer.
This obsession for
How can you
returning home
expect him
has
to
become a
reciprocate
sickness
that when
for our people.
he has been betrayed by his own
Wise
father?
as
He
you
literally
are,
threw
I
him in the
refuse
ocean as a fucking
believe that you
baby.
can't see the truth.
Yeah. Like this, it's become an obsession. I said that. They're so obsessed with their old ways that they oh my bitch, just die.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. A smart
think you're any
person
better?
can only choose to tangle himself with the mundane of this world. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then
Why does
prove
he
it
have
to
to
me
do
once
that? You're
more,
about to die
Mighty
anyways, old wrinkly ass bitch.
just as you did back then.
Get your stank ass on.
A fierce fighter.
Shit.
I did
Angle.
not expect such heroism from a feeble.
Is that his father?
Fulfill your duty as the victor, warrior, and tell me your name. I seek an honorable death from you.
As if you have any honor! Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Mydei. I'm here to finish you, father.
Slit his
It is
throat.
you, the beast spurned by all. So you did defy death. The prophecy was true. You will bring an end to my Kremnoan dynasty.
Defy? You're wrong. Death fears me. It's the reason I have this body of steel. As for you,
You already stand at death's door, Father. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a Titan. And the one who desecrated the body of a god. Haikis! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you. And now, fate's reckoning is upon you.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown. Coronate yourself with an old king's blood and inherit it all. Become
That's
the
not what he's
new
going to
rightful
do.
king of Kremnos.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want the crown. Listen. There's only one end for the kings of Kremnos. Then the crown means nothing to me. All I want is your life. To avenge Mother and my comrades.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you truly think you can escape
overcome
fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we're both the same. We feast on strife and fear. Now, kill me! The son of Borgo is destined to be crowned in blood!
Yeah, no, they're sick in the head.
Crateros. He said the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Might as well go see him. Grand Craftsman, how have you been?
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come, I knew.
You knew I was coming?
That's what
No
he said.
matter, I've heard. The path forward you seek. Many questions you have. But before that, take this.
What's this?
A signet ring for the King of Kremnos. Belonged to your mother. Recast and restore it, I did.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
A long time to fish out it took. Very fortunate we were.
They still found it even though she threw it in the fucking sea.
I can hardly imagine how much patience and courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring in the Sea of Souls. I owe you one.
Gratitude there is no need for. Repayment for saving me, this is. Questions you bring with you? Ask now.
I like the way he talks.
Fate I've always denied has finally caught up to me. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy.
But what about you,
Chrysos
though?
heirs,
What do you
Council
want?
of Elders, the Kremnoans. Even the bards who will write it all into song.
Yet hesitate still you do. Hesitate, why do you, young king?
Because of my people. Be they men, women, the elderly or children. The hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for home. They've all been waiting for this day. For the day their king returns.
Yeah, but if you become king, the whole cycle
Children of
is going
Strife
to
would then
repeat
be able to
again.
go home and embrace the old traditions.
Yeah, there's
Remind
sick
that most of them
traditions.
have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions and song. They would then gather around their king and throw themselves into battle.
This is not a good thing, you believe.
It isn't.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous, and decline. How much innocent blood flowed into the River of Souls in all those years? How many needless sacrifices could we have avoided? I accept that fate, become the totem of strife, that lead my people into repeating the same mistakes. Then of course I would be terrified. I'd be terrified of becoming king.
A different kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
Yeah. I mean, how can you be surprised, you know, he went through all that.
Mama, I had a dream last night.
Oh, now what did you dream about, my darling Trebios?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails. Then we floated on the ocean and let the wind blow us in any direction it wanted.
Well, that sounds like a lovely dream.
Sounds like the fucking future.
Yeah! The ocean and the sky were really, really dark. But there were so many of me that I wasn't scared at all because we'd all sing together. The ocean wind blew us onto an island where the wind tasted like flowers. There were bleating sheep and chirping birds inviting us to be their guests. There were so many animals on the island, but none of them ever fought.
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages. Perhaps what you saw in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphoreus.
It's a foreshadowing of the future, man.
You think so?
What's wrong, Trebios? You look unhappy.
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean. And it was very, very tall. The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain, but a very, very tall wave made of water. When the wave smashed against the island, it looked like it was going to eat the island up. The small animals tried to chase it away, but they couldn't stop it. Then there was a bang and I woke up.
A dark wave.
The black tide.
Mama, does something that scary exist in real life?
Oh my god, the black tide.
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in Amphoreus, but it's very far away from our temple. We call it the black tide, though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can
like
swallow up
abyss.
animals, humans,
It's basically the abyss,
and even
just another
titans,
name.
turning them all into monsters.
Oh, the black tide is a baddie. I don't want everyone to turn into its food. Can't we chase it away?
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well and listen to what the adults tell you. Study all the knowledge and etiquette you need, then grow up and become a proper holy maiden. The divine Giannis will then give you guidance and help you light the way for the people.
Wow, I'm gonna eat a lot and study a lot and become a holy maiden. But Mama, you said the black tide can swallow up titans too. What do we do if even Giannis is eaten?
If that happens, then the holy maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right
Oh my
path.
god, they're literally
After
speaking
all,
of the fucking future.
we are the human avatars of the god of passages, yeah?
Yeah,
but one person alone is not enough. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends. You must do your best to unite them, because that's also our duty as priests.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama with pretty red hair?
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart and kind as you.
Oh, what a gentle mother.
Mama? Am I dreaming?
You were, but I think you're awake now.
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming. I've always been by your side.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too. Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Trebios is the smartest girl. I'm sure you'll remember where everyone is hiding.
The voice sounds so far away.
Netherlands. Your mama is in the
I don't
Netherlands.
Remember. Who am I looking for?
Your friends, who will chase the black tide away alongside you, of course.
Yeah. By your friends, I think she means the other versions of yourself.
From my childhood? I don't remember. Yeah. Use the spindle to connect everyone.
There will be an amazing captain on that big ship. She's cheerful, optimistic, bold, and cautious. She'll be able to get everyone together.
Wow, that's amazing! Can I be the captain?
Of course you can. But you'll find someone else who's better for the job, my dear. I think that person lives in a beautiful temple that sits atop a hillside, covered in golden fig trees. There's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also very delicate.
Just like Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain, the ship also needs someone who can navigate it. Who could that be?
Let me think. I know! She's Treeby! I named this doll after myself? I don't remember it all. Is this a dream or something that happened in the past?
Yeah, a memory. It's a memory, dear Treeby.
Bad chest! You can't lock me away! Huh? Why is this doll inside a chest? It's holding a sword. Why?
Many years later, many brave warriors will board this ship. They're skilled combatants who fear no danger.
Ooh, I can learn how to fight too and protect everybody!
Silly girl. You're Yanisopoulos' holy maiden. It's not your duty to fight. There will be many others to protect you.
Alright. Then where will they come from?
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city. Though each has their own troubles, both are ready to lend their strength for the ship's long voyage.
In that case, let Trianne fight by their side! This way, they'll always stay on course! How could I have known the name Trianne back then? Was it just a coincidence, or...?
No, it's a foreshadowing in the future. Your past self is already like...
Learning can change your destiny!
When navigating at sea, you need to know both astronomy and geography.
Isn't Yanis's knowledge enough?
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land. It's easy to get lost. That's why it's important to learn to recognize the miracle of Aquila.
Alright. Even though my brain is already super duper smart, I'll still try my very best.
Circe also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar as everyone's teacher to help you reach your dreams.
I want to be a teacher too! Oh, wait. I'm super duper smart. So I want to be the teacher's teacher!
Why not? But if you're going to be a teacher, you might need to tone down that hyper energy of yours.
Then Trinan can do it! She's well behaved and would make a great teacher. Mama and the others always said that I had a great memory. But now, I can't even tell if this is a memory or a dream.
Slash a dream. You may be dreaming as well.
Let's line them up. Now, Trebios, set them on this music box and let them compose a melody for our song.
Music box? What's that?
You know, a box.
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You invented it.
I invented it? What does it do?
Oh, my lovely Trebi. You're usually so bright. What's gotten into you today? Well, you might as well see for yourself. Put your good friends on it and see the wonders it can do.
Put the dolls on.
Place the dolls.
It's rotating. And I can hear something.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful music. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite.
I don't remember.
It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will help jog your memories. Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephale, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden blood spills unto the land, converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world.
Oh my fucking god!
What's going on?
Oh my god, that's
please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close, on the bloodied earth, the living dead, but ghosts. What is this world? It mirrors your maze-like fate.
What the fuck is going on?
What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the end? A spirit, lonely and subdued.
Horror ass fucking shit is this?
Lonely and subdued. And subdued. And subdued. 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 Run! Trainers, run! The black tide has arrived!
Oh, that's fucking scary as shit.
Where can I go?
Which anywhere, as long as you just get out of here.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
This is
I don't
the
know.
sacrifice of a holy maiden.
Oh, it's when you split your souls apart.
Only one person can.
I know! It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Bid your farewells, trees.
All of her split selves, like she split into thousands of hers.
My sweet girl, I will never leave you. But remember this, Trevios. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide and dispel the fog for Amphoreus.
So your other selves are gonna die and you're gonna be the one left?
My dearest Trevios.
Shit.
Still in a dream?
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe. But it's been a long time since we had any dreams.
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty of time to rest.
No. Our heart is still racing.
It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trinan, and you as well. If you want, I can pierce through his chest with the golden thread right now.
Aggie, cut it out with the scary talk.
I'm just kidding. If I were serious, I wouldn't have waited until now.
Never minces her words.
Do you want to talk about the dream? Keeping it bottled up is not good for your health.
It's terrifying.
We had a dream about Mama. The dream itself was nothing. It's just the timing that feels a bit unsettling.
You mean...
It's Trian. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, her soul continues to slowly drift away from her body. There isn't much time left.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live out her days as a carefree child.
You have a point, Aggie, but our decision has already been made on that matter.
I believe there's still another way.
Souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Such is our fate. Once we had a whole and connected body. If that body were a tree, then its trunk and branches would share the same fate, decaying at the same pace. Now we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of a trunk, we are offered another possibility. We can choose how our branches will perish in a way that is most beneficial to the flame chase journey.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade away before me is even more sorrowful.
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. There's no retreat in our path. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us. We've already agreed on this, right?
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
Taste?
So, what would you like for breakfast, Aggie?
What? Where did that come from?
After all this talking, we are feeling a bit hungry. Plus, it's nearly the entry hour now. Do you remember when we first met, Aggie? You were still a little one, and we caught you secretly eating oatmeal late at night.
Bro's big backed.
While my emotions might be fading, those memories are still as vivid as ever, teacher. Please, let me do it. What would you like to eat?
It's fine. Leave it to us. You should rest for now. It won't take long, and we'll call you when it's done.
In that case, thank you.
And see you tomorrow, Aggie. Nevertheless, that nightmare is ominous. Memories are slipping away, even the image of Mama. Just as expected, another trip must be made into the abyss of fate. Hopefully Orynyx will be willing to help us.
You can't even be sure if that Titan will help you. It has a fucking nasty attitude.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
Oh, it's you.
Bo doesn't sound pleased.
Do you really still remember that, Professor?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here? Surely you're not here to reminisce.
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have a hidden agenda.
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment, as always. Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel fast. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword. At least, it looks like a greatsword. It's shaped like a twisted half-sun, and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack. It's yours now.
Oh, a fragment of the black-robed guy.
I was right.
Cloth.
It is this thing. The one who torched Aedes Elysiae to the ground. And killed everyone.
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akama stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that blade. That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any titan.
By an eon.
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond Amphoreus?
It's possible. Much like the Black Tide, no?
Nonetheless, it's an enemy we must overcome.
We? Drop the pipe dream, Finon. No one wants to see you fall by their blade.
His mere presence will endanger the Holy City and the Flame Chase.
You know that I don't believe in...
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request of Aglaya or Tribi. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect. That's all. The tragedy at the Grove must never happen again.
Take a seat. Since you are sincerely seeking enlightenment, I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
What's wrong, Trian? Nothing. Just remembering what happened at the Grove. Monster in the black cloak. So scary. Everyone in danger. Nightmare. I can't forget. Don't be scared. There are no bad guys here. Didn't you save everyone with the Century Gate, Trian? Trian threw it away. Far, far away. It's never coming back. We got back safe from the Grove because of you, Trian. You're the reason the Flame Chase journey can continue. Sorry. Trian feels a bit dizzy. Why are we here again? For the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow we will reveal the prophecies past to everyone. But first, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to present the full truth to everyone without hiding anything. Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan or an X for help. Also, remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the lucid hour tomorrow. Oh, yes! Trian remembers now. Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before we meet with the Titan. Saffron? Oh, it's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. You think we shouldn't go to Orynyx empty-handed? Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisopolis. If we are to replicate memories, we need to use something that has experienced those days. And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made for her, and she really loved it. I see! It's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone! But it all depends on whether Orynyx is willing to help us. This could be a problem. After all, it was us who took the core flame from Yanis, from Orynyx's kin. We will have to give it a try. If there's truly no other way... In our current state, we probably can't do anything to them. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Leave it to Trian. Trian knows how to play cute. In any case, let's look for saffron first. I hope there's still some left in the temple, untouched by Mikador's soldiers. I remember that aged saffron is preserved in sealed jars. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
I'm gonna leave it here for now. It's gone on way too long. Bye bye.